What the fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goons, and we are back for episode number 26 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. In the last episode, we started Investigation Day 2, also known as Day 3, I think. I just had it on the screen a second ago, so you can tell me, I don't remember. And now, we're gonna learn about electromagnetic interference from the smartest guy in the game, Detective Dick Gumshoe, formerly known as Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now he is just Dick Gumshoe. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh yeah, the TV does do that. So that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah, hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Corrida's room at the scene of the murder.
What? That's it, I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe? Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal, my fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. God, the fucking slog to get there, Jesus Christ. I go here. Then I go here. Then I go here. And then I go into his room. Hey! You're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal, and suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
Looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh, by who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it's a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job, but you can't set the sensitivity, so it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some sort hidden in this room, pal.
So we're gonna find it, right?
Right, now first let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around the room to get a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock on it. There's a lot of things here giving off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug, got it, pal?
But the lovely bear.
Oh, this must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots.
It's a robot! It's a real robot!
Yeah, it's a real one.
Mr. Nick!
Yeah?
How many horsepower is it? How many horses?
Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so,
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Hey, did you guys find it? The listening device, I mean.
No, not yet, but this bear's eye is.
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big feller's eye out and see what we got.
No, you can't! Such a violent act! No!
It's a miniature camera. It looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What emitter? A transmitter, pal.
Is this more of that high-tech stuff?
What the hell? Yeah, let me talk to him. So this tiny thing's a camera?
Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal.
It's a video camera.
It runs on battery, which comes in with the set.
But there's no videotape in this camera.
This is only the camera card part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape is somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
The footage is changed into radio waves and it's sent to that recorder.
So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right.
Okay. So what is a transmitter?
It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal.
Looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing.
That's a timer, pal. You can set to turn the camera on and off and record a certain time with it.
You can set it up for a certain time.
Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour.
8 p.m. That's the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Well, Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
Pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe.
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape.
What?
And if you think about the angle the bear's at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
So there was a camera in this bear's eye?
And it was disguised as a present.
And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Kurita this present?
I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened that night.
Isn't there any way we can try to find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no way to find out.
Oh.
Is there really no way to find out? At all?
I got it.
What?
Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go around the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this.
But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m.
Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
He's gone.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man.
He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things the most inefficient ways, right? Ack! You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team's been created and deployed. Can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time. I see, thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You're one lucky man, right? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade and only a small number of these are exported here. But what? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, the bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can you really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. See you soon, right? Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Kurita? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Kurita's real killer? Miss Andrews' past? The kidnapper whose sole conditions an acquittal for Mr. Ongard. And this card. Shelly the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. As you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. To be continued. Well, you already know what we're considering. I stop in 9 minutes in. Fuck you. Does give me a good save point, though. Alright. Part 3-2 investigation still.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearl, so they'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
Okay, so I gotta exhaust all topics of conversation with Pearl? So the real person who killed Mr. Corito was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. If that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. Whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Matt Arngard himself?
If Mr. Arngard really did hire the assassin...
Then he's not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Arngard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him...
Mr. Arngard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Carita? Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Carita, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
Oh, so what is the interesting thing?
Oh, that's right, you didn't hear it, did you, Pearls?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year, and if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
I don't know what it is.
Mr. Arngard's secret? What is that secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Carito is going to reveal his secret. That means Mr. Arngard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Carita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Arngard. There's no way around it now. Okay. And then I did get a glimpse of what's to come.
Wow, it's getting really late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's already past 9. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Carita held about Mr. Arngard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are 2 things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls, don't you worry. Yeah, I read ahead and I saw this. This is gonna happen. Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Itchy-Poo, so...
Edgeworth.
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
This is absolutely top secret, so you'd better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the prisons.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know that gossip's been going around, my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean the thing with Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Carita.
I'll let you in another secret, young'un. I know who planted the spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see for myself, too.
Oh, the alien actually admitted her true feelings for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it's nothing good.
I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, that was something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know, the manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Celeste Impacts, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
yeah, that's the one. That's the last girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What?
Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly cancelled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night, after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
Terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Oh! Do you think it was fucking, You think it was fucking what's-her-face? You think he was cheating on her with Adrian Andrews? I don't know. I talk about all 3 fucking things and I go to the criminal affairs department. I hate that it, like, does a little fucking thing every time you go somewhere new. I guess it tells you you're going the right way, but whatever.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something already happened.
You're Mr. Ungar's lawyer, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we finally found the person we're looking for. A real decisive witness.
A decisive witness? You mean for the on-guard case?
We're talking to the witness's statement now. Now handed to Mr. Edgeworth.
What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick.
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here.
Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did.
If the visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
First you called him to say no, go on, go talk to your heart's content.
Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think we're gonna make it to the end of this session by the end of this video. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. On-Guard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Okay, wait, so I want to first talk to Matt On-Guard? Dude, it's Mr. Wright! I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Kurita was killed by an assassin and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt On-Guard. What's wrong? Mr. On-Guard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer self, dude. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews.
It looks like somehow Juan...
Okay, we already heard this part. We already know. Can you please fill me in on what this secret is? Please. Jesus! Oh my god, 5?! I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Do you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impax's suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Maybe Celeste was cheating on... Somebody's cheating on somebody. Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it like a kind of pea, like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? Oh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide and stuff? Yeah, okay. I think it's the other way around. I think Impax was cheating on Karita with Matt, and he found out. Okay, so back to the Criminal Affairs Department.
Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me.
Uh-oh. Mr. Powers!
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers?
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you were there, you were under arrest, and I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and whole self in general looks suspicious or something.
I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy in an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
Alright. So let's talk to him about everything. So this testimony you're giving, what are they going to talk about?
Oh, I really don't know yet. But it sounded like I saw something pretty important for what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Oh, well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it was me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world. But it's alright.
Ouch, I really don't have a lot of friends, do I?
This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what's he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been a kind of a player with women.
Yeah.
But he would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible. That's unforgivable.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But, you know, he once said that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him.
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
Oh, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
Dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see? But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about how a lot of the stars around me as things happen.
That's true.
Oh, hey! Did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor, her suicide?
You mean Miss Impax?
We heard something about our wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Just fucking tell me, dude.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. There wasn't any actual proof.
Well, this is what I think. I think something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Karita.
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught with the truly insidious man.
Yeah. Truly insidious man. She mean Mr. Karita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. Still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Okay, so move the detention center. Okay, so we want to talk to Adrian Andrews.
Oh, it's you.
Sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Karita had on Mr. Ongard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Ongard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
Seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ongard. If that's the case, why'd you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
About Miss Celeste impacts.
I'd finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden a suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and burn it.
You wanted to burn it, but why?
I didn't want it to spread just like another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
Suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why'd you try to frame Mr. Engarde?
That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But that had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their jobs. They'd figure it out, right?
Yes, they're so good they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did.
Revenge.
Huh? You say something just now?
Did you say something just now?
Shit. Yo, I'm kind of cute, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of cute, you know what I mean? Look at me, ooh. Ooh, look at me, ooh. Ooh, look at me, ooh. Ooh, ooh, look at me. Y'all cute as fuck. Y'all cute as fuck.
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer, to be honest. You're more like my enemy. But
Sure, I heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Alright. So what I do now? Go back to the Wright & Co. law offices? We're running out of time in this episode. Yo, where's my phone?
Mr. Nick, your phone!
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Sounds kind of ominous.
It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important.
Hello?
We got a big problem, pal.
What's wrong?
I'm on my way to your office right now.
Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here?
It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's on the end of... Oh, I got here faster than I thought.
Hey.
No time to relax now, pal. I'm as confused as anything here.
Well, what happened?
We got him. I know who bought that spy camera.
This quickly?
And this bear's what gave him away, pal.
The bear.
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr.
Shh, Pearl. Shh, don't tell him.
And go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt Engarde.
Huh?
Matt Engarde, your client, that's who, pal.
Here, I thought things couldn't get any worse. Okay. I presume I have to talk to him. Are you sure you heard right? That's the person who bought the bear was...
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800 exact, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt? That's all you have?
No, not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold this bear to Mr. Engarde. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engarde's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person who bought the stuffed bear is Mr. Engarde himself.
My sight is failing me. This can't be.
Yeah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get that kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess you can give these. I can give these back to you to file away into evidence.
The person who put the spy camera in Mr. Juan Carita's room was Matt Engarde.
Why would Mr. Engarde do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita in one of their rendezvous.
I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
You gonna see him, Mr. Engarde, I mean?
Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick.
I wonder what we'll be able to find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Engarde, what in the world have you done? Oh, I'm scared. You know what, though? We're going to do this in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye!